Loosen up your arms. They should be in a fixed position. The shaking won't stop with all the tension built up in your muscles. Continue. Don't try again just yet. You're going to send that flying into the wall. This lesson can't be rushed. The more you try to do so, the more time we waste, and the longer we will be here today. Listen. Take a deep breath. Slow down for a moment. Then we can continue. Move your arms around if you need to. Get rid of some of that tension. Yes. Any better? Do you feel any strain? I can have the physician do an examination if you need one. If not, I can call in a fire mage to heat those areas up. Maybe I misjudged where you were in need of your recovery. You've done well with the shorter lessons, but the longer sessions go, the more you seem to stress yourself. If you need some extra time for yourself, we can divide the lesson into 2 or 3 sessions a day instead of 1. Oh. Is there something else you're concerned about then, Well, with the eagerness you seem to have in getting back to your room, I can't help but think that you have priorities other than your lessons. Would you care to share what's on your mind? If it's related to how I conduct the lesson, then feel free to voice your concerns. Otherwise, I won't be able to make necessary adjustments to provide an optimal learning environment for you. If I must, then I could take a more straightforward approach. And I will. Now, we'll start by moving your arms to the correct positions. And now, back straight. Shoulders loosened. Deep breath. It's all right. Now, allow the wind to flow to the center of your hands. No, slow down. There, that's better. Now, we pull the arms back. Let your wrists move freely. A little more. Keep going. Keep it sustained. If you let go while you're shaking like this, it will swerve off in the wrong direction. Now, deep breath. Again. Let the tension out. A bit too much. We'll have to try again and make sure it doesn't dissipate this time. No. Don't be disheartened. It's all about being comfortable with the technique. Here. Let's try again once more. Position your arms. Move your arm back like this. Why does it feel more tense when I do that? Oh. I see. No. Nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly normal. But it is something for us to work on. There. Being nervous with someone being so close to you could be your downfall in a life or death situation. As a mage in my service, it is your job to help protect our kingdom in any way that is necessary. That may involve combat against enemy forces who would take advantage of our vulnerabilities. You see, spies may infiltrate the palace and get rid of our only source of protection from the sandstorms. Meaning, we as wind mages must not hesitate to fight back, or know how to escape the situation. That involves letting go of your fears so that you may act with a clear mind. However, I will make an exception right now. You are still learning, after all. But at some point, I would like you to be more comfortable with my presence. It is very clear that you aren't right now. Otherwise, you would have the same old glow from the previous time, not this new one. Now, why is that, I wonder? You have been always so eager to learn. You make it very clear when you are enjoying yourself. But this is different. Is something else causing a spark within you? You have a chance to answer first. Otherwise, I will do it for you. You never took much notice of how I observe you during your lessons. You have always been preoccupied with how you view yourself and how you have progressed. But now that you have been the subject to the opinions of others, you have become more aware of how others look at you. And in the presence of someone whose job it is for you to live up to the standards of, well, it has become all the more taxing to maintain those standards. But it isn't just that, is it? If it were the case that you feared for your position, I would have seen much more eagerness for you to stay longer and work on any mistakes that you've made. Instead, you seem to rush to leave regardless of how well you've performed. Clearly, the issue is not self-consciousness of skill, so... But there is one other factor I have yet to consider in the sudden change, and that is our little talk we had before. I told you, I've noticed other things during my observations as well. It must be quite jarring to hear such a difference in how others view you. Reassurance in one's attractiveness has a much greater impact after hearing the opposite, especially whenever it comes from someone you are meant to impress. Well, believe me when I say I take no pleasure in knowing such crass words were directed at you. But I must confess that I am pleased with the overall outcome of my efforts to muddy their perception of you. As I've stated time and time again, attractiveness is their only currency. And the less you show to them, the less value they will perceive you to have. Yes, unlike their scantily clad outfits, I do appreciate the thought and care that went into the design of the palace wind mage robes. Their bulk not only challenges the wearer to better their skill, but also deters any wandering eyes. His Highness wastes his blood on many things, but not so much on common folk. There is little pride in taking them as lovers to him. You see, for him in doing so would be no different than a farmhand wedding his cows. And in my lifelong fight against his perceived authority, in his mind, I would not sully my pride, else I concede defeat. More proof to him that I'm a failure whose blood holds no value. No. On the contrary, if I am able to get what I want, then he has failed his attempt to reinforce the idea that there are things that I can't have. And to take you away, well, it would mean sullying his own pride with the standards he has set. When all the power you have comes from playing games with the strict rules you've made, you are bound to fall into your own trap and lose. Perhaps. Maybe in his prime he would have considered getting rid of you by a more bloody means. But you are lucky to have been born much later in his life, when he'd already been brainwashed by his new weapon of choice. His days are numbered. He can no longer win this fight, even if he tried. It should be very clear that I've gotten what I wanted. Your actions are proof enough, are they not? No. Rest assured there's no game between us. Only a spark that I am more than willing to kindle. That is what you want, isn't it? Would it put your mind at ease to know that I find your eagerness and inquisitive nature very attractive? There are many who might fit a similar profile, but there is only one who I've seen every day, who I've come to understand the vulnerabilities of, and shared my own with. To know someone so intimately is special, and that intimacy can go much further. You see, there's nothing to fear. As long as everything is kept the way it is, no one will suspect a thing. Our lips must be sealed, and I will take care of everything else. There's no doubt of our feelings. All that is left is for you to decide whether you wish to act on them or not. Give it some thought, and tell me when you are ready to choose and how you wish to proceed. But time is always of essence for me, but for this, for you, I am willing to wait. Just understand, I do not have the luxury of forever.